Hey everyone, welcome back to English Fluent Talks. I'm Mark.
And I'm Hope. And today, we have a super important topic, job interviews.
Yep. Whether you're applying for your first job, switching careers, or just want to feel more confident, today's episode is for you.
And don't worry, we'll make it fun, because let's be honest, job interviews can be terrifying.
Oh yeah, like why do interviewers always ask, tell me about yourself? Like, where do I start? At birth?
Exactly. We'll break it all down for you with some real conversation examples. So, let's get started.
All right, first things first, your first impression matters.
Absolutely. They say people decide if they like you within the first 7 seconds. No pressure, right?
No pressure at all. But seriously, let's go over the basics. Dress appropriately. Even if it's a virtual interview, wear something professional. Yes, including pants. Be on time. Actually, be 5 to 10 minutes early and don't forget to smile. No one wants to hire a robot.
So true. And here's an example of a bad versus good first impression.
So, Emma, how are you today?
Honestly, I'm exhausted. The traffic was terrible and my cat knocked over my coffee this morning.
Okay, well, let's get started then.
No, now, let's do it the right way.
So, Emma, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm really excited to be here and talk about this opportunity.
That's great to hear. Let's begin.
See the difference? Energy and positivity go a long way. All right, before we move on, Hope, you mentioned you have a funny job interview story. Spill it.
Oh my gosh, okay. So this was a few years ago, and I was so nervous. I prepared everything. Researched the company, practiced my answers, even picked the perfect outfit. But things did not go as planned.
Uh-oh, what happened?
So I get to the building, and I'm already sweating because I took the wrong train and had to run 5 blocks. Then I go to the front desk and say, "Hi, I'm here for the interview with Mr. Johnson." The receptionist looks at me and says, "You mean Mrs. Johnson?" And I'm like, sure?
Oh no.
Yep. Turns out I had researched the wrong company. There were 2 companies with almost the same name in the same building, and I went to the wrong one. And the best part? I didn't realize it until I was already in the interview room.
No way. What did you do?
Well, the interviewer starts with, "So what interests you about working here?" And I confidently go, "Oh, I love the work you do with social media marketing." And she just stares at me and says, "We're an accounting firm."
I'm dying.
Yeah, me too. Inside. I apologized, made some awkward joke about accidentally networking, and got out of there as fast as I could. Moral of the story, always double-check the company name before you walk into an interview.
That's solid advice. And also, maybe keep a backup plan for escaping awkward situations.
Oh yeah, step 1, smile. Step 2, run. Okay, let's tackle the big one. Tell me about yourself.
The classic. And the wrong way to answer is something like, well, my name is Mark and I like pizza.
Yes. Instead, keep it short and relevant. Here's a good structure. Who you are: I'm a graphic designer with 5 years of experience. What you do: I specialize in branding and social media content. And why you're here: I'm excited about this role because I love creating engaging content that connects with audiences.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I was born in Texas, then I moved to New York. I have a dog named Charlie, and I love hiking. Oh, and I studied marketing, but I actually don't like numbers, so I switched to design.
Oh, okay, let's move on.
Yikes. Now let's try again.
Tell me about yourself.
Sure. I'm a marketing specialist with 4 years of experience in content creation and brand strategy. I love helping businesses connect with their audiences, and I'm really excited about this opportunity because your company has such a strong focus on storytelling, which is my passion.
That's great. Can you tell me about a time when you solved a problem at work?
Sure. In my previous job, we had a major issue with customer complaints about delayed deliveries. The task was to find a way to improve the delivery process. So, I worked with the logistics team to streamline the workflow and introduced a tracking system. As a result, we reduced delivery complaints by 40% and improved customer satisfaction.
Boom, concise, confident, and relevant.
See how that works? You just walk them through the situation, what you did about it, and what happened as a result.
Now, let's talk about staying calm in the middle of the interview. We all know how nerve-wracking interviews can be, right?
Absolutely. The worst part is when your mind goes blank right when they ask you the big question.
Oh, that happens to everyone. But here's a trick. Take a deep breath. Don't be afraid to pause for a moment before answering. You don't need to rush.
Yes, pausing can actually make you sound more confident. It shows that you're taking time to think about your response.
It's totally okay to say, "That's a great question. Let me take a second to think about it." Trust me, it's much better than blabbering and losing your train of thought.
Exactly. And if you don't know the answer, be honest. You can say something like, "I don't have a specific example right now, but I'm confident that I could handle this situation."
Honesty goes a long way. And sometimes, showing your willingness to learn can impress interviewers just as much as having the perfect answer.
One last thing before we wrap up, don't forget the follow-up. After the interview, always send a thank you email.
Yes. A simple email saying, "Thank you for your time. I really enjoyed our conversation and I'm excited about the opportunity."
This little gesture can really set you apart. It shows that you're thoughtful, polite, and serious about the job.
Well, that's all we have for today's episode. We hope these tips help you feel more prepared for your next interview.
Remember, the key to success is being confident, authentic, and prepared. You've got this.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with a friend who's job hunting or just needs some interview tips.
And don't forget to follow us for more helpful English tips to help you speak fluently and confidently.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on English Fluent Talks.